in the road and these Gucci flames. Stuck to the pavement, they glued. I'm 2.5 million in the venue and 2,500 a tube. I'm cold like I'm sick with the flu. I cover my face and it's spring summer 2002. Yeah, please don't touch my ride. In the grass, Teddy, with the Teddy. Quick with the hands ready. Please don't touch my ride. Shirt off on cam, ready. Dead stock in memory. Please don't pop my tie.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm begging at one of my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models, this is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been WuTang with a
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we welcome our viewers to Duval County, the northern part of Florida, and the largest city in the Sunshine State, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Here we go, 58, right, ace, ace. We got three, here we go, ace, Z. Here we go now, green, 90, black, 58, right, black, Z. Right, blue, 45, left.
Bortles now on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go, green, 39.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up fourth. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. Now here's Ross. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
From midfield here, Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. A Bengal first down, Dalton hitting LaFell. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
And that is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And Dalton to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. At 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Andy Dalton punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Black 58, rail! Black 58, rail! Left!
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll
tough one there for Blake Bortles, partner. 2015, led the league in fumbles as a quarterback, had 14 of them. But you just expect that to get better with experience in the league and, of course, better support from his offensive line. In this case, though, he kind of reverted back to that year.
Dalton's going to sneak it, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Well, he told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did, right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder, what's left to come? Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's got some space here. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trent Murphy coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack.
Black 58 round. Black 58 round.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here we go. Green 39.
Defense showing blitz. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go. Blue 45.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Black 58, green 90. Black 58, zing. Black 58, green 90. Black 58, green 90.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Second down, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Green 39. Green 39. Right here. Zing. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Undercrush. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Bortles going to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That pick six extending this lead even further. And it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Dalton throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. While the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And now out come the Jags. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Black 58,
Here's a give to Fournette. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Again, it's Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On third and long, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Now Mixon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of streak kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. Oh, now he bowls him over. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, Don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, if we put up big points all game long, the defense is going to win one every now and then.
He's got his man, Boyd. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right.
So Dalton now. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Mixon. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Kuhn's out to kick now as he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he is knocked down from the side. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So after the INT, it's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Bortles now on first down. He's going to sling this deep down. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The play clock's running down. Here's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And to the left side here, Wilson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. From the gun, it's Bortles. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Finding some room at midfield. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Buying time to his left. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Bortles now on third and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. To throw here, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. To the left side here for Eifert. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ross. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Ready, green, 39. Slow.
Throwing now is Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And to give this time to the tailback. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coach say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.